Imagine paying $100,000 to chase snow. Not just any snow, but powder so untouched it looks like silk draped across entire mountain ranges. No chairlifts, no crowded resorts, only a helicopter as your ticket to the top of the world. Today, we step into the legendary bugaboos of British Columbia, where CMH heli-skiing built the sport from the ground up. This is not just skiing, this is the ultimate test of luxury, adventure, and risk. And the question is it really worth the price tag? The journey begins in Vancouver, but the real sense of scale hits on the flight north into the Rockies. Snow-capped peaks stretch endlessly beneath the wings, carving sharp shadows against the rising sun. From a small regional airport, a final bus winds its way through dense alpine forests before delivering guests to a helipad. Waiting there is the machine that will define the next 72 hours. A sleek helicopter, blades chopping the cold mountain air, ready to lift everyone into a different reality. The destination is CMH Bugaboo's Lodge, perched above the Columbia Valley and surrounded by the granite towers that gave the area its name. Built in the 60s, it has grown into a sanctuary of alpine luxury. Warm timber, giant fireplaces, and glass walls that frame glaciers like paintings set the tone. The first thing that strikes visitors is the contrast. The wilderness outside is wild and unforgiving, but inside, the lodge feels curated, safe, and indulgent. Stepping through the doors, the atmosphere is electric. Skis and boots line the entryway, while staff welcome each guest with champagne. The rooms are spacious, fitted with thick duvets and wide windows that look out to glaciers glowing under moonlight. Downstairs, a dining hall stretches across the lodge, where every evening will see gourmet feasts paired with wine selections that rival the best urban restaurants. Beyond food and sleep, the lodge offers amenities few would expect in such a remote place. There is a spa with massage therapists who specialize in tired skiers' legs, a massive hot tub overlooking the valley, and even a yoga room where guests stretch before the next day's runs. The message is clear. This may be one of the most rugged locations on Earth, but comfort is non-negotiable. Before anyone touches the snow, safety comes first. Avalanche risk is not a story or a warning, it is a reality. Guides gather the group for mandatory training. Every skier straps on a beacon that transmits a signal in case they are buried. Probes and shovels are tested, and guests are taught how to search for a buried skier in minutes, because in an avalanche, minutes are the line between life and death. The weight of the briefing sobers the room. Guests came for luxury, but they are reminded that this is not a spa retreat. It is wilderness where avalanches, weather, and terrain decide the rules. To ease the tension, guides demonstrate the inflatable air backpacks. With a hard tug on the handle, a red balloon bursts open, designed to help keep a skier afloat in moving snow. The sound of it inflating echoes across the room and brings nervous laughter, but no one forgets why it matters. Morning comes with skies so blue they look painted. The group boards the helicopter, the rotors roar, and within seconds, the lodge shrinks below. Rising higher, valleys open, peaks sharpen, and then the pilot finds a narrow ridge just wide enough for the skids to settle. The blades keep spinning, snow whirls around in blizzards of ice crystals, and everyone crouches low as they unload skis, poles, and packs. In under a minute, the helicopter lifts off, leaving silence so complete it feels surreal. Ahead lies a slope of untouched powder. The guide gives the signal, and the first skier drops. Snow bursts upward with every turn, like liquid light reflecting the sun. The feeling is indescribable. Skis sink deep, then bounce back, giving the sensation of floating on clouds. With each carve, confidence builds. By the time the group regathers at the bottom, faces are glowing, smiles frozen in place. It is skiing as it was meant to be. No lines, no noise, only gravity, snow, and speed. The Bugaboos offer over 800,000 acres of accessible terrain, making this the largest ski area on Earth that requires no lifts. To put it into perspective, Whistler Blackcomb, the biggest resort in North America, covers about 8,000 acres. Here, there is 100 times that space and only a handful of people to share it with. The terrain varies with every run. Some descents cut through glades where trees rise like cathedral pillars. Others sweep across wide-open faces where a skier can trace lines for nearly 2 miles without interruption. There are steep couloirs for those seeking adrenaline and gentle powder fields for those who want to flow without fear. The scale is overwhelming, and the helicopter makes it limitless. By midday, the helicopter delivers more than just transport. Guides lay out a lunch that feels absurd in such a wild place. Steaming soup, artisan sandwiches, fresh fruit, and hot tea poured into insulated mugs. Guests sit on packs, helmets off, gazing at glaciers while sipping soup. There are no restaurants in sight, no buildings, only silence broken by laughter and the occasional sound of snow sliding down a slope. Eating at altitude, surrounded by walls of ice, makes even a sandwich taste like a feast. Luxury cannot erase the risks. On the second day, snow conditions change. The sun warms the upper layers, creating a crust that sits dangerously on softer snow below. Guides detect cracks forming and warn the group to stay tight. In the distance, another team triggers a small avalanche. From the helicopter, it looks like a white river crashing down the slope. It is a reminder that no matter how polished the experience feels, the mountains are not controlled. They are wild, and they demand respect. For some, the sight injects adrenaline. For others, it stirs fear. Yet the guide's calm professionalism reassures everyone. Routes are adjusted. Descents shift to tree lines where risk is lower, and the skiing continues. The thrill remains, only now sharpened by the knowledge of how fragile the line between fun and danger can be. Evenings at the lodge bring a different rhythm. Boots are left at the door, robes replace ski jackets, and guests slip into the spa or hot tub. Muscles ache, but the view from steaming water across a valley lit by starlight erases fatigue. Later, everyone gathers at long tables for a 4-course dinner. Venison roasted with local herbs, salmon caught in British Columbia rivers, and desserts rich enough to rival Paris patisseries. Wine flows, stories are shared, and laughter fills the hall. Luxury here is not only about the skiing, it is about community, about ending days of risk and speed with warmth, food, and friendship. The sense of belonging becomes as memorable as the powder turns. On the last morning, clouds part to reveal bluebird skies. The helicopter climbs higher than before, past glaciers that gleam like crystal fortresses. The group lands on a ridge with a view stretching for miles in every direction. Below lies a face so perfect it seems designed. The guide smiles, waves his pole, and the group drops in. This run feels like the culmination of everything. Snow sprays like fireworks, skis carve effortlessly, and voices echo across the valley with pure joy. By the bottom, everyone is gasping, both from exhaustion and exhilaration. No one wants it to end, but that is the beauty of such a trip. Scarcity makes it priceless. So, is a heli-skiing adventure at CMH Bugaboos worth $100,000? The answer depends on what value you place on moments. On paper, it is outrageous. Millions of acres of terrain, helicopters at your command, gourmet dining, and staff catering to every need. But the true worth lies in the memories created. Floating on untouched powder, sharing near-miss stories by the fire, watching avalanches roar from a safe distance, and knowing that only a handful of people on Earth will ever experience it. The snow could change, the risks are real, and the price is astronomical. But for those who can afford it, the experience becomes a story told for life, a highlight that replays forever in memory. That was the world's most luxurious heli-skiing adventure, lived out in the Bugaboos of British Columbia. Would you spend $100,000 for 3 days of pure powder and helicopter lifts? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the world of extreme luxury.